Hello. In England, I'm quite a big deal. But that is not enough for me anymore, because other people from my country have become internationally famous, and now it's a bit embarrassing for me. I don't know who I am anymore, to be like a bit famous in one tiny country, and if I go anywhere else, I'm you. I was in New York doing a residency for 2 months, and my ego drove me insane. I should have been having fun, but the whole thing became about getting to somewhere else. And somebody said to me, if you are not happy doing a show in New York every night for 2 months, you will never be happy. And I thought, I will never be happy. So I find myself now on this spiritual journey to overcome ego, which would be great, except it's such an egotistical thing to do. I have a friend on the same journey, and it is clear yet unspoken that we are now in competition. But what I've realised is that any competition is ridiculous because nobody wins this thing, we all just die. So to do anything from a point of competition is absurd. To do something from just the joy of doing it in that moment, there's some integrity there. So what I thought was, if I can just do everything in my life from a point of pure joy, without any ego, then I'll be the best. Right? So I found myself in Peru, drinking this vision-inducing medicine with a group of people from around the world. We were all there for various different reasons. Depression, it was mainly depression. And my depression, I think, came from this anxiety around new people, especially people I found attractive, and also this fear of aging. I thought everything in my life depends on youth. My personality is a bit cheeky. You have to be young for cheeky. Oh, young Simon is so cheeky. Uncle Simon is creepy. And Grandpa Simon, he is in prison. And somehow, this vision-inducing plant medicine gave me everything I needed. I felt this great strength, this joy, this aliveness, but it's very difficult to hold on to, especially if you watch the news, because what they give us is not really the news. What they give us are the worst things they can find that day. And that's not an accurate representation of what's going on in the world. If it was the news, I would watch it, because it would be, oh, hi, how are you? Let's see what we've got for you. So the sun came up again, grass continued to grow. Now, some people have died, but you never met. If you're still watching, we can now go live to our Middle East correspondent, Harold. Harold, what can you tell us? Well, it's just ridiculous. Thank you, Harold. I find myself so impatient for this time that we live in. People talk about the past like that was all insane. I would like to be in the future now, so I could look back at this time and say things like, do you remember when people got upset when their pets died, and then when other animals died, they ate them? Do you remember when people drank milk from other species? The cows must have been thinking, this is nothing to do with you. This is an issue with your mother. Do you remember when people got married because they wouldn't trust that love was enough? Oh, it's just our special day. It's just our one special day, our one special day. And then what? Do you remember our special day before we sat on this sofa and never got up again? It's all made up. It's not a naturally occurring thing, marriage. We have all this romantic language. Will you marry me? Because it can't be the truth, which is, will you please save me from my loneliness, depression, and fear? Because people would say, I'm quite busy. And do you remember when people felt proud of where they come from? Like it's something to do with them. It's just where you fall out of your mother's vagina. Oh, I'm so proud to be Canadian. You may as well be proud to be Caesarean. And to have all these separate flags. If you're going to have a flag of a vagina. And then you can meet people and say, where are you from? Oh, me too. Let's be friends. Thank you very much. Have a great festival.